So the Fed meets tomorrow, March 18th, and I can already feel the anxiety building. Okay. My DMs are blowing up. Dominique, what should I do? Should I sell? What's going to happen? Well, let me introduce myself because we may not have met yet. I am Dominique Broadway, former wealth manager at UBS and Goldman Sachs acquired firms managing millions for clients who had probably way more money than patience for market volatility. Now I run Demystify, which is an 8-figure financial education company that has taught over 600,000 people how to build wealth. And I'm also the best-selling author of the book, The Wealth Decision. So I have been through dozens and dozens and dozens of Fed meetings. I have managed real portfolios through rate hikes, cuts, and everything in between. And here's what I know after 15 plus years in this game. The Fed announcement matters less than how you actually respond to it. Okay. So today I'm giving you the same breakdown that I used to give my private clients, the kind of insight that used to be locked behind 6 and 7 figure account minimum requirements. Okay. So here's what I'm watching. Here's what each scenario means and what you should actually do with your portfolio. Let's go. All right. Okay. So here's where we are, or here's what we are going into tomorrow's meeting. The market is pricing in that there will be no more cuts, and expectations are essentially split basically between a rate hold and a potential cut. Nobody's really expecting a hike at this point. That's not expected at all. But here's what matters more than the actual decision, the forward guidance. So Powell's going to get up there and everyone's going to be listening for clues about what's going to happen in April and June and for the rest of 2026. That is where the real alpha is. Okay. So are they signaling more cuts? Are they saying that we're done, inflation's under control? Are they hinting that they might actually hold longer than expected? So that forward guidance moves markets way more than the actual rate decision. And here's what I'm personally watching specifically. So let me walk you through 3 different scenarios and what each one means for different parts of your portfolio. So scenario 1 would be that they actually just hold rates. So if they hold rates steady and signal they're staying cautious, here's what that typically means. So tech stocks, they're going to have a mixed reaction. High growth tech usually likes lower rates, so a hold can create some selling pressure short term. Financials, banks actually do okay here because higher for longer rates means better net interest margins. REITs and dividend stocks, this is where you might see some weakness. These sectors love falling rates because they compete with bonds for income investors. Now, in scenario 2, they cut and signal more cuts coming. This is the risk on scenario. Markets absolutely love this. Okay. So growth stocks, tech stocks, small cap, these will fly. Lower rates mean future earnings get valued higher. Then we have dividend stocks and REITs, also winners here. Lower rates make their yields more attractive. Then financials, this is actually where banks might struggle because their margins start to compress. Now, scenario 3, they cut, but sound super hawkish about future cuts. This is the tricky one. So they cut, but Powell gets up there and says, this is it. We're done for a while. Markets hate mixed signals. You'll probably see volatility, so maybe an initial pop, then sell off as people digest the hawkish tone. This is a scenario that creates the most chaos and honestly the most opportunity if you know what you're doing. So here's what I'm doing going into tomorrow. I'm not making any big moves today. No, I've already basically positioned my portfolio based on my own thesis for the next 6 to 12 months. And one Fed meeting does not change that at all. But here's what I am doing. Okay. So I've got a watch list ready. There are a few stocks that I've been wanting to add to my portfolio. These could be dividend payers, some REITs, and if we get a dovish cut tomorrow and those dip on profit taking, then I'm ready to add more to the portfolio. I'm also watching my tech exposure. I'm slightly overweight right now into tech, honestly. And if we get hawkish language, I might trim a little and reallocate a little bit more, right? And here's the other thing. I'm teaching options starting March 23rd in my 5-day options challenge. And Fed meetings like this, you guys, this is exactly when understanding options become a serious superpower. Because whether the market rips up or dumps down, if you understand options, you can position yourself to benefit either way. So I'm going to drop the link in the description if you want to join in on that. Now, here's what you should do for tomorrow. First off, and always, do not panic. The market's gonna do what it's gonna do, okay? That's just what it does. If you have a solid long term strategy, then one Fed meeting does not blow that up, not at all, okay? Number two, don't make emotional trades. If your portfolio drops 2% tomorrow, that's not a crisis, y'all. That's just noise. The biggest mistake I see people making is selling good investments because of short term Fed reactions. Number three, use this as a learning moment. Watch what happens. Watch how different sectors react. This is how you build your investing IQ. And if you've been thinking, I really need to understand this market stuff better, good news, I am literally teaching all of this starting next week in my options challenge. How to read what the market's actually telling you, how to position yourself when volatility is hitting. So March 23rd, join me for the 5-day challenge. Like I said, I will drop the link in the show notes below. All right, so that's my Fed playbook. I'll be watching tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time when they announce. I'm also going to film a reaction video immediately after so that you can get the real-time breakdown. So make sure that you're subscribed so you do not miss that. It should be really good. We want to know what's going to happen, right? So drop a comment and let me know, what are you watching for in tomorrow's announcement? What stocks are you nervous about? Let me know. I also try to hit some of these in my reaction video as well. So let's build wealth together. I will see you tomorrow. Can't wait to see what happens.